Well, I just received a question about what is Viveve. Okay, well let's talk about it. First, let's talk about what it treats. Many women, as we get older, and especially after we've had children, the vagina tends to loosen a little bit. I kind of think of it as like that really favorite pair of jeans that when you first put them on, they snug your body just perfectly and they feel great. You feel great in them and you know you look really good in them. But then after you've worn them for a while, they kind of stretch out and you don't feel like you look as good in them and they're not as comfortable. That's kind of what happens with the vagina. After having children, the vagina stretches, it gets looser. It's called vaginal laxity and it's very, very common in women. Um, People who have vaginal laxity tend to have less pleasurable intercourse. They're not as tight for their partners, and that bothers both the partner and the woman. So a lot of women are trying to reverse that, and they're trying to do it without surgery. As a private practice urologist, I treated a lot of women surgically, but I'm very proud to say that I now do everything non-surgically. I learned about Viveve a few years ago. It uses radio frequency technology that we administer deep to the vaginal tissue. The Viveve is unique because it uses radio frequency to heat the deeper tissue, but it uses a cooling mechanism to cool the surface of the tissue, so you only have to have one treatment, where all of the other radio frequency machines require three to get the results, because otherwise it gets too hot and it burns the tissue. The procedure takes less than an hour. It doesn't hurt, and again, it's non-invasive. It's a small probe in the vagina, but we don't break the tissue. There's no surgery or incisions or anything like that, and there's really no downtime to it either. And over about 6 to 12 weeks after that, as the collagen builds, the vagina tightens. It also treats stress incontinence, because one of the reasons we leak after having children and vaginal deliveries and just aging and gravity working on us is that the tissue becomes loose. So as we cough, laugh, sneeze, the urethra bounces down and it pulls the bladder neck open and urine squirts out. So tightening that tissue along the urethra will stop that. In private practice urology, I used to put in a lot of slings. They work really, really well, but a lot of people don't want surgery. So if we can tighten that tissue without surgery, a lot of women are a lot happier, and the Viveve does that. We address a focused amount of this radio frequency energy right along the urethra, and again, it takes less than an hour to do, and if you have mild to moderate incontinence, you can be dry again without surgery. If this is something that interests you, please give us a call. The consultation with me is completely free, and I will be able to examine you, answer all of your questions, see if you're a candidate for it. I hope to see you soon.